Okay. One or two questions before we start the main class. Any questions? Yes.
Yesterday morning you challenged us with the question, what's wrong with the dream? It's never bad, never ends with disappointment. And we didn't find the answer, and I don't think you've clarified that topic very well.
Okay, so it's from there. Your question, right? Your answer. You. Okay, the fact that dream be it positive or negative is a problem. The problem is, the answer is already given. The moment you project the dream, the moment, as soon as you project the dream simultaneously, that's real there. The moment you see this real, you're trapped. You're trapped means you have lost the freedom. The dream decides. You have lost the freedom. Loss of freedom is misery. So, just the projection of objective existence, that is itself the samsara. Samsara is not outside there. It's just how our mind projects things. That is samsara. Samsara means a prison. Yesterday I gave the analogy of prison. So the moment I project things as object real, then we create the prison by our own mind. The moment you're in prison, you are not free. Lack of freedom, yeah. Okay. Yes.
I can't understand how can we project emptiness of mind with our mind.
Okay.
A simple mind can project emptiness of the mind.
Okay.
Although we have proliferated the mind, but how it has the ability to project pure mind and
Emptiness of one's mind. Okay. How does our mind project the emptiness of the mind? So here, let's say we cannot project the emptiness of the mind. We cannot project. Only those who realize emptiness can project emptiness. Those who have not realized emptiness, they have no clue what emptiness is, so therefore they cannot project emptiness. Whereas whereas those people who realize emptiness already, they can project the emptiness as object real. Only those who realize emptiness. Yeah. Yes. Was yes, stanza 26. Yes.
The last two sentences in Dharma unparalleled in purifying the mind is the emptiness of the
Dharma unparalleled in purifying the mind. Of all the various means to purify the mind, the best mind is the mind which understands the emptiness of intrinsic nature. That mind is the one which is most powerful in purifying our mind, in cleansing our mind. Meaning that when we see emptiness, when we see emptiness, then the opposite, seeing things object real, that is undermined. So when we see emptiness of intrinsic reality, then subtlest ignorance is undermined. When the subtlest ignorance is undermined, all the afflictions automatically they collapse. So seeing emptiness of intrinsic reality, this is the most powerful in eradicating the negative emotions, the negative thoughts, and the mental defilements. Any more questions? Yes. Seven steps, and the ninth step. One is known as the sevenfold cause-effect method to to generate bodhicitta. And the second one is known as the method of equalizing and exchanging self for others.
Again, the 7 steps.
The sevenfold FOLD, sevenfold cause-effect method to generate bodhicitta. Yeah, second one is the method of equalizing and exchanging oneself for others. Okay, maybe the last question.
2, but very soon.
Yes.
So when the breath in the 5 minutes, okay, if I count with the mala instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Okay. So better would be mala even. The best is just the timer.
Okay.
I'm joking. Actually, our mind should be exercising.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting it? Our mind should be exercising. Let the mind work.
Okay.
Right? Let the mind work. Particularly with the breath, the mind is actually counting it, making sure that you don't lose track of the count.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, you should be always alert. It's the exercise. It doesn't matter. So, so the counting, that's the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
And about to say everything is like a dream. Okay? And so at what time sometimes we need to act. I'm not talking about, okay, 8 p.m. I have to go out, but sometimes there are things that I can say, let's say for other people as well. Yeah, we are a group, and I say I want to do this. I can do this for everyone. Yeah, when do we? And maybe there are troubles, and maybe some disagreements, things like that. So when and how do I decide that I will do this for the benefit of everyone? Because I don't really care if it happens or doesn't happen, but I know I can do this for everyone. And
And some people may not agree with you.
Yes.
Okay, so how to tackle such a situation?
Or if even before how to tackle it, how to decide if I do this or I don't. I can say, okay, they can do it, no problem, or everything is like a dream. Or I can say, no, it's better for them that I do it, even if they don't agree.
Okay. This is a very serious, practical question. Say, there are times where, if you are with the small children, all the small children will unanimously say that, hey, mom, don't send them to school. Right? And the mother will send them to school. Right? Although they don't agree with you, but you could see further away, it is your responsibility. Make sure that somehow, either you give them chocolate or do something to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important. Whereas, sometimes we don't know whether you are the child or the other is the child. We don't know. So for that, we have to check very carefully that amongst the group, if you see somebody very sensible, if in a group, if there's somebody more sensible, and if you think that A is correct, and the other person who you think is sensible says that A is not correct, and then if the person sensible means ready to have a dialogue, open discussion. Okay, very gently, without any cynicism, without any criticism, just go there, and this is what I think. How I think that A is the correct way, but I'm not sure, right? But I'm not sure whether it's true. What do you think? Just seek his or her opinion with respect. Other person will automatically see your, say, caring and a sense of concern and sense of the dialogue. And the other person will open up. The moment you say that I think the A is correct, but you said that it's not correct. How come that is not correct? If you go like this, finish. Other person think that you are being very defensive. So the other person will say, I'm sorry. Or the person says, yes, A is not correct. And the fight happens. So the purpose is not defeated. Purpose is defeated. So the point is, if there's somebody who is more sensible, then say that I think A is correct. So these are my reasons, but I may be wrong. Just admit that. I may be wrong. So what do you think? Right? And then let other person speak and listen very attentively. Listen very attentively. Then you make them realize that maybe that, okay, the other person's thinking is broader. Then you learn that. And thank the person, thank you so much, I did not know this, right? Whereas with the maximum the sincerity, you share a thought, and the other person, if the person is really sensible, will listen to you, will implement what you said. Whereas the person knowing that what you said is correct, still the person sticks to the other side, keep a little silence for the time being. Don't push yourself. Because finally the job must happen, result must happen. And result is not always 100% happens. Sometimes it can be -10. Sometimes it can be -20. Right? So therefore, fighting, it may go down to -20. Not fighting, it may go to -10. -10 is not good, but it's better than -20. So go for the less evil sometimes.
Thank you.
One question about the four essentials.
Oh.
Yesterday, the emphasis was regarding the subtlety of understanding was about the last three of the four essentials. Well, in other teachings, my understanding was that the first essential, identifying the objects of negation, is crucial in order to get to the. This world will create the understanding, the subtle or grosser understanding. So it is the first one, the identify the objects of negation, and the other ones, the decide which level of
Okay. This is very important. I did not say that number 2, 3, 4 is most important. I did not say this because I didn't even get the time to say that. Right? We have just 2.5 days. Not even total like 2 days, right? Total like 2 days, we didn't even have time. And people study this for like 20 years. So I didn't really get time to say which is more important, right? If somebody asks me which is more important, I would say that all are important, but the importance is not that is important, that the registration should happen here. Importance of the registration is important. So registration, it must be done sequentially. First, identify the object of negation. That must be registered. That must be the emphasis before number 2, number 3, number 4. So without number 1, number 2, 3, 4 makes no sense at all. So therefore number 1 is like the foundation. It's so important. We did not get time and we have been so ambitious. So I said the two stanzas from the 101 stanzas. 2 stanzas I heard when I was in the 10th year of my formal philosophy studies, and many of you are hearing this on the day 1. Not only 2 stanzas, 111 stanzas, 101 stanzas. Amazing, you are very fortunate. So meanwhile, we are trying to finish the 4 essentials. Meanwhile, we are trying to do the bodhicitta, renunciation, everything. Wow, it's amazing. So therefore, I did not really get time to say which is more important. So the first one is so important. First one, identify the object of negation. So say just for information, those of you who are the more beginner, beginner meaning the freshers, you may think that, don't worry. So in fact, people are craving to hear these technical things. And those of you who are already exposed to that, this will be helpful. Okay, let's say that okay, I'm looking for a painting. I'm looking for a painting. I'm looking for a good painting. I'm looking for a very expensive painting. I'm looking for a classic painting, world classic painting. How much did I say? 3 or 4? Okay, I said 4 things. I want a painting. For my house, I want a painting. And then I want a good painting, beautiful painting. And I want a expensive painting which is worth like $1 million. And I want a world classic painting, right? Okay, so I said 4 things. Then you bring a painting drawn by your son. That fulfills which criteria?
First.
The first one, not the second, third, fourth, right? So, this is a painting of a young child. Beautiful, it's amazing. I said, I need a painting. I got it, thank you so much. Right? Then I need a beautiful painting. A painting drawn by you. Bring a painting of your son. I said, sorry. Right? This is not what I'm looking for. Then you bring a painting of somebody who is doing masters in fine arts. Right? Good painting. Wow, amazing. Very good. And then if you are the third kind of the person, even that painting, you will say that, how much is this painting? It's 100 shekels. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a very expensive one, 1 million shekel worth painting, right? Oh, there's a painting which is 100 years old painting. Somebody. Okay, I don't know who somebody, right? It's 1 million worth. You look at it, and then you really checked it, and it's really 100 years old. Okay, that's good. And then I don't care about 100 years. I want a world classic painting of Michelangelo, right? Which you can find only one in the world. And then you bring your son's painting. Sorry, bring the painting of the. So the point is that what you are looking for, that must be found. So what are you looking for? Emptiness. Which emptiness? There are minimum 5 layers of emptiness. A minimum 5 layers of emptiness. Emptiness of permanent unitary independent self. Emptiness of autonomous substantial reality. Then?
Externality?
Huh?
Emptiness of its externality? Externality?
Yes. Emptiness of externality. Number 4. Emptiness of true existence while not rejecting intrinsic existence. Number 5. Emptiness of intrinsic existence. Let me say this again. Emptiness of permanent unitary independent self. Number 1. Emptiness of permanent unitary independent self. Number 2, emptiness of autonomous substantial reality. Emptiness of autonomous substantial reality. Number 3, emptiness of externality. Emptiness of externality. Number 4, emptiness of true existence while not rejecting intrinsic existence. Emptiness of true existence while not rejecting intrinsic existence. And then finally, emptiness of intrinsic existence. 5. Minimum 5. And then if you go to meditate emptiness with extensive studies, you realize that there are so many layers. There are so many nuances to tease apart. Right? Okay, so now, say, by following these steps, 2, 3, 4, also 4 essentials. But following step 2, 3, 4, which emptiness will you get? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. It depends on number 1. Essential number 1. How refined you are able to identify the object of negation. To that extent, the reasoning will take you to the emptiness of that. If you cannot refine, if you say that, okay, what do you want? You have a new house, what do you want? Oh, I want some painting. Then somebody will bring a young boy's painting or a young girl's painting, right? Age 5 years. Wow, it's very good. So what can you say? You have no clue of Michelangelo's painting, right? So only if you know these nuances, painting, beautiful painting, expensive painting, Michelangelo's painting, like this, if you know these various layers, then when somebody brings you this, the small child's painting or ordinary painting, you say that this is not what I'm looking for. You're getting it? So this is how identifying the object negation plays a very important role. Very important role. And hopefully, of course, there are many teachers coming to Israel. You are very fortunate, Leora and the whole team. You are putting so much effort for all these years to bring many teachers here in Israel. And it's very fortunate, to speak very honest. You will not realize. Why I'm saying this is that within India, where His Holiness the Dalai Lama lives, where all the great teachers, where the whole center of thousands of great the teachers are living. There in that place, for example, in Mumbai, we don't really find somebody there, or having many teachers coming to the center there. Many coming teachers are coming to Mumbai. So Mumbai just within India. What is happening here is not happening. So all of us here, what I'm saying is that all of us here, we should be extremely feeling grateful to the Leora. Then now we have Shala, and then we have the Tamila, Tibila, and all of you, and then the younger ones. Now you are joining here. So this is so important to feel the preciousness, just the kindness of these people working to make sure that this is what is happening. It's so fortunate. For example, I go to Mumbai. It's more for the academic talk for like 1 or 2 days. That's it. In 1 year, and that too because of the psychology the teacher. She's inviting me there to meet her students, and because with which the others we also meet. But then in 1 year it's just 2 days. But here, Charles is talking about 1 month. Right? Right. So what I'm saying is that it's not just me. There's so many others that the Dhamma friends of Israel, you're inviting. So therefore, all of us should be feeling so grateful to all who are concerned, who are really working so hard for that to happen. It's not just one person, many teachers, we're inviting many teachers. It's amazing, very fortunate. One. And then in the Bangalore, that is better. Bangalore is better. And Calcutta, almost nil. Lucknow, almost nil. And Chennai, almost nil. Within India, no. So therefore, in Israel, this is what I'm saying, is we should be feeling so grateful. So therefore, any kind of support the Dhamma Friends of Israel is seeking from the individuals, just try your best to give some support to them, to make it continue. Make this journey, the continuous journey for the betterment of the people. People should be benefited. They should be happier. They should have greater wisdom. Okay, this is so good. Okay, now we turn to the text. Stanza 29. Okay, page, which page is it? 5757, stanza 29. Even the Buddha's aspiration prayers lack appearance and characteristics, immersed in their very own awareness. Buddhas have the nature of permanence. Okay, now, so we are talking about the Buddha nature, proliferating Buddha nature, and the natural Buddha nature within us. And finally, what we learned is that whatever you see in the world, the diversity of the phenomena, the multiplicity of the phenomena that exist in this world, they all just come into being by the power of your projection of your own mind, just as a mere appearance. This is what is happening. So, then like what Shosh asked yesterday or 2 days ago? Yesterday? Okay, what Shosh asked yesterday, what about yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. Say, what about the cause and effect with the very specific rules? Natural law. Is it rules? Let's say natural law with the cause and effect. Say, if you eat cyanide, you die. It's not that, oh, I eat cyanide, I imagine I become a Buddha. No, you die, right? So they say, if you do good, happiness will follow. If you do bad, the suffering will follow. This is the law of nature. This is strict. That's a very precise the cause-effect relationship there. Okay, now from this, there's a tendency for us to see that there's something intrinsic there, something objectively there. So irrespective of our mind imputing, something is there. Okay, so then to the question of Nir. Yesterday, what Nir said is that if everything is subjective, then what we see is the world like dream like, in what way this is it becomes like a dream. It's a dream. Then dream means cause effect is not followed. So what we said is that while everything is subjective real, some subjective real, some subjectivity, they do not follow any cause effect relationship. And some follow very strict cause effect relationship. And some follow so-so cause effect relationship. For example, let's say, okay, a child not going to school on Sunday is not possible. Child has to go to school on Sunday, Monday, right? But then the child says, only today, then the mother says, okay, exception. The rule is gone, right? So some rules, child says, okay, I take cyanide, mother, please don't kill me today. Okay, but she would be died. You getting it? So some are very strict and some are very lenient, some no rules and regulations at all. So there's the varieties of the conventionalities. Varieties are there. You getting it? So, and there are one thing which is common to all is that they are all subjectively real. They're all subjectively coming from your mind. Coming from your mind doesn't mean that cause and effect is defined. No. Right? Some cause and effect defined, some cause and effect are so rigidly followed, and some is flexible. They are varied kinds. This is what we have to keep in mind. Okay, so then we think about what about the Buddha's activities? What about the Buddha's mind? What about the Buddha's the body, Rupakaya, Sambhogakaya, and so forth? It's just that there's no exception. Everything, even the Buddha's body, the manifestations, they exist. They are so powerful, but they don't exist objectively. Okay, even the Buddha's aspiration prayers lack appearance and characteristics, meaning that even the Buddha's aspiration prayers, if you subject them to ultimate analysis, then even the Buddha's aspiration prayers, they dissolve. Which means anything which is subject to ultimate analysis will not be there. So lack appearance, in that subjective experience, subjective analysis and characteristics. Immersed in their own very awareness. So what are all these things? These are nothing but manifestations of the Buddha's own mind. So immersed in their own very awareness, Buddha's own awareness, Buddhas have the nature of permanence. Meaning that there's, okay, let's say the flower. Let's say the flower, when subject the flower to ultimate analysis, what happens to the flower? It disappears. So in that experience, when subject the flower to ultimate analysis, the flower is momentarily changing. Hey, when the flower is subject to ultimate analysis, the flower is momentarily changing or not?
No.
Why not? The flower is impermanent. Huh?
There's no flower.
The very basis of the change, impermanence, is not there. So what is not impermanent is permanent. You're getting it? So in that experience, what is really there is the proliferating Buddha nature or the natural Buddha nature? Natural Buddha nature. Natural Buddha nature is to be understood in the form of the emptiness experience. In this emptiness experience, all these phenomena, nothing really changes. So that is described, that ultimate reality is described as the nature of permanence, which does not involve impermanence. You're getting it? Okay. So say, if you get some clue of emptiness, and from this, within this, then the functionality, cause effect, all these things, in this experience of emptiness, functionality does exist. Cause effect does exist where? In the eyes of the conventional analysis, not in the eyes of the ultimate analysis. In the eyes of the conventional analysis, cause effect operates. Cause effect means
Karma.
cause does not remain as cause, it changes into the effect. So there's a change happening. Change, impermanence, cause and effect, they all are synonymous. So this cause and effect operates on the conventional analysis. Impermanence operates on the conventional analysis. In the ultimate analysis, this impermanence is not operating. So what's the opposite of impermanence? Permanence. So this is how we have to understand the concept of the ultimate reality in the form of the said permanence. Okay, now how can I subject things to ultimate analysis? How can I see the empty